Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch, but really not the game. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 7th Inside Pitch Season Selection Show. With the 1988 World Series already set between the Montreal Expos and the New York Yankees, we now have to go ahead and do another selection show. Here we go, guys. Here we go to see which 4 seasons you guys get to look upon and make a vote for the next season for me to do. The next season will start on July 3rd of this year. There will be a demo game featuring the World Series teams of the upcoming season on June 25th, which is a week before that. So tonight, we go ahead and once again, we choose, or you guys actually choose, which one of the 4 seasons will be shown and you two will decide upon during the World Series. That season, of course, the winning season will be revealed on the season review and reveal show, which will happen the day after the World Series is over. So that is how we got. There's going to be too many of you guys coming in the chat because I know this is one of the most highly viewed shows I do throughout the season. So I'm going to say hello to everybody. Brooke, Jeremy Brooks, Texag75, Dwayne March, My Basement Media Productions, Brian B, Midlife Crisis. Yes, how about them Panthers? I know after further review with Steve Tower, did not like that hockey game last night. Steeler fan, Doug Hunt, Baseball with the Demos. Welcome all, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is time to find out which of these 4 seasons you guys will have to decide upon. This is how the show works. Just like Baseball Demos did his, kind of like an offshoot. He did his version a little bit off of how I do it. There are 4 eras of baseball that Inside Pitch has right now. The first era is the legendary era, which includes seasons from 1956 to 1969. This is the legendary era. We have the classic era. The classic era is the 70s and 80s, 1970 to 1989. We have the modern era. The modern era goes ahead and takes place from 1990 to 2009. And then we have the contemporary era, which is from 2010 to 2022. All seasons are available except the ones we are about to go ahead and remove from now. And yes, how about the Kraken knocking out the Avalanche? Absolutely. But now let's go ahead and first remove the seasons that will not be in the season selection show. These seasons have already been played. We have 1961, 1976, 1979, 1981, 1985, and of course, 1988, which we're about to finish as we're now about to start the World Series for 88, and that will start on Wednesday. These seasons are removed. They are out. So we will not be using those. So now we have our 4 packs here ready to go. It is now time to shuffle. And I constantly shuffle the packs throughout constantly shuffling the packs, okay, of the cards throughout every selection or I should say elimination. I guess I really should call this the season elimination show because that's all we're doing is eliminating seasons. The Icky Shuffle, exactly. So here is our legendaries. And here is our classics. This 1988 postseason has been amazing. So much ninth inning magic, and I still know that everybody's still wondering, why did I take out Dennis Cook from the Giants last night? And I know every Giants fan right now is wondering why I did that. I thought it was the right move to do. Go to the bullpen and go ahead and get the game to a Game 7, but The Expos had other plans. Remove the played seasons and the Yankees. Well, if I remove the Yankees, I'll be removing pretty much all of them. You know, the New York Yankees making the 1988 World Series, they have made the World Series in all three of my 80s replays. They made it in 1981 and beat the Dodgers. They made it in 1985 and lost to the Astros. And now they are in 1988 against the Expos. The Yankees have reached every single 1980s replay World Series so far, and there's three of them. So we shall see what happens tonight, as we'll go ahead and select 4 seasons for you to choose from. Remember, 1 vote per person in the comments of this video. And of course, you can vote in the Universal Baseball Lounge, where this video will also be given a link to. Just the year only, please. I really do not want a story. I mean, not that I'm not interested. It's a lot easier for me to check the year that's decided if you just give me the year and not a whole story on why you want that season or whatever. I really just want the year. That's pretty much all I really, really want. Is just the year, and that's it. And then, of course, I will heart it. You know, I'll put a notification. I'll heart it, letting you guys know, okay, that I've accepted the vote. During the World Series, while the voting is going on, please don't ask me who's leading. You guys can actually pretty much figure it out. You guys can look through the comments and see who's leading, okay? But, don't, but I'm not going to really know. I will keep keeping track, but I'm not going to state who's leading or anything like that until we have the season review and reveal show, which occurs after the World Series. I will do a State of the Network as well for you guys to want to talk about anything with me before I actually go on vacation in New York in a couple of weeks. So we remove the 3 pawns, or the 6 pawns for now, and all we now use is dice. And it is now time to bring it in. So this is how we work. We roll the black D4, and the black D4 tells me which pack to go to. And then I will roll a D6, and I will go ahead and I will go ahead and shuffle out 6 cards, and then I will roll a die, and that die will eliminate the 1 card chosen, and the rest go back into the pack. It constantly gets shuffled and shuffled and shuffled. I looked it up on September 3rd, 1988. Tom Foley actually got a hit off of leftovers. So that is how we're going to do that, like we usually do. I did usually, of course, had all the cards laid out. It's a little bit easier for me just to go ahead and put out 6 and then roll. So if everybody's ready, I think we're all set to find out which one of these seasons you guys will get to vote on. I'm excited. I always love doing the selection show. We'll have another one, of course, probably usually October or early November, whenever the next season winds down. So if everybody is set to go, let's see what seasons are to be eliminated. And of course, I also go where I will also eliminate all seasons until only 2 seasons are left. And then it's a best of 7 to see who's eliminated. If we're all set and ready to go, let's begin. And the first one is a 2. So we go to the classic era pack. Hit that there. Okay. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it is a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first season being eliminated from the next replay is 1972 is gone. So that can go ahead. So that can go away. And I'm going to put the season there so people can see. So 1972 is removed. So that is the first season eliminated. So pretty good year. 1972 is gone. Next one is let's see, is first is a 1, and this comes from the legendary era. So the legends, 1956 to 1969. Astros were really good in 72. So out of the legendary era, to be released is number 1. The first season is out, and the first season to be removed from the legendary era is the year of the pitcher, 1968 is first to be gone. So 1968 is removed from that year. The year of the pitcher, Bob Gibson and his 1.12 ERA. A great season, absolutely be sure. Next up, from the contemporary era, 2010 to 2022. And we'll see what comes up here. And being removed from the contemporary era is number 5. This season is out. And being removed from this year is 2012. 2012 is gone. So no thing there from 2012. As that was out of there. So we say goodbye to 2012. So now we're down to the next. The next pack is again from the contemporary era. So we'll go ahead and reshuffle. Constantly reshuffle, constantly. Okay. Doing randomization. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 2 is the roll. So this one season is out. And this next season, well, as I said, we know that Baseball with the Demos did not want me to do a couple of seasons. Well, we do know that one of them is definitely out. The 2022 season is hereby officially eliminated. The reason why I put it back in, I wanted to see if it was going to be one of the ones chosen. But Baseball Demos does get his wish. 2022 is out. So nothing from 2022. Do I vote on the selection? No, I do not vote. I do not care which season is chosen. I will have fun no matter what season you guys choose. I don't care if it's from any era. I do not care what season you guys choose. I do not vote. Once again, a 4 comes up, and we go again back to the contemporary era. So yes, I do not vote. Actually, I should first of all lay these out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Show usually takes about an hour to do. So out of these 6, number 2 is removed. So this season is now taken out. And it will be, well, I guess you guys will be happy with this one. 2020 is hereby removed, the COVID year. So 2020 is eliminated from the vote. So no 2020. I have to decide that if 2020 did show up, I would not have done it 1 game per 3. I would have done that 1 per 1 since it was only 60 days of baseball. So I would not have just done that because that would have been way too short. Next season up is from the classic. It's from the legendary era. Yeah, my layoff would have been longer than the season replay. That is true. But that's what happened. I know you probably guys will. Why do I have a funny feeling if I'm doing this for another 30, 40 years that the 2020 season is probably going to be the last one I ever do? Okay, from the legendary era. Number 1. So this season is removed from the legendary era. And being removed from this one is 1960. This season is gone. So 1960 is now gone. As we say goodbye to 1960. Good year for the Pirates and Roberto Clemente. Good year for the Pirates, winning the 1960 World Series when Bill Mazeroski had the big blast. Next up is from the Classic era. Good to see everybody. Midlife Crisis, John Haverly, Clockerots. I hope you recovered from the Bruins there, Mr. Steve Tower. That was a heck of a playoff series. That was a heck of a playoff series. That truly was. And no, I did not think the Panthers were going to pull that series out of there. The Panthers pulled that series out of their ass. Big time. Okay, let's see what's removed from the Classics. Number 4. This season is out from the Classic era, and being removed from the Classic era will be, well, we don't have to worry about going 1 year ahead. 1989 is out, so that takes care of the Earthquake series between the Giants and the Athletics. And although we are doing 1988, at least we don't have to worry about going 1 year further, but that would have been fine if we did. That would have been fine by that. Bruins will be paying for that. Yeah, they went all in on the season. It is the second, the state of Florida right now, the Miami Heat knocked out the best team in the NBA. The Florida Panthers knocked out the best team in the NHL. So I have no what's up with that. The Marlins are playing good ball, and my Mets split a game against the Braves. Next up is number 3. Now we get our first elimination from the modern era. Our first elimination from the modern era. So we have, and we've added, and he has added some seasons, as of course Chris Davis is working on the 1990s as we speak. Being removed is number 1. Being removed from the modern era will be, the first team to be removed from the modern era is, well, 1991. He just released the 91 season. One of the couple of seasons he released. So 1991 is gone. So nothing out of from there, as 1991 will have to wait another time. Next up, we go back to the legendary era, to the Legends era. Panthers might go all the way. I don't know about that. Beatles Eternally joins us here at the selection show. Remember, Beatles, instant karma is going to get you. John Lennon, that counts. So we will go ahead here and see what is removed from the Legends, and that is going to be number 2. So let's see what we got here. So we have the number 2 being removed, so it would be this season. So coming out from the legendary era, being removed will be 1959 is gone. So that takes care of the year before the Pirates. The 1959 season will go ahead and make its exit. And of course, I'll keep the seasons here so you know which season was just eliminated. And now we'll go to 4. And now that means we're back to the contemporary era. Brad Church joins us here. Good to see everybody. I already got 27 people watching this. This is always the highest show I always do. Come back here, 2019. All right. So, being removed from the contemporary year is number 6. This season is gone, and coming out of the contemporary era will be, well, the team why am I not surprised? The card that just tried to escape, well, it will escape anyway. The 2019 season is gone, so no Nationals and no Astros, as the 2019 season will disappear from the voting booth. Do I know what my largest audience ever was? I think I had I never had 40. I've never had 40, but I know I had mid to high 30s on this show. Next up is number 2, back to the classics. Back to the classic era. Let's see what is released now. Back to the classics. And that is a 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This season's eliminated from the classic era. No, we don't pick a game of the year. Remember, I don't pick a game of the year until the season review and reveal show, because we still have World Series games to play. So here it comes from the classic era being released. It from being eliminated is 1974 is gone. So 1974 is eliminated from contention. Next up is from the modern era. But no, I did not pick a game of the year. I'm going to have a very tough choice for a game of the year during the review show. I have no idea. So many great games to choose from. I have no idea. And so, from the modern era, season number 3, this season is gone. And it will be, coming out of the modern era will be, well, the other new season that he just released. 1999 is gone. So no Prince and the Revolution, 1999. So that season is gone. That was a good Mets year, too. They made the NLCS that year and lost to the Braves. So 1999 is gone. Next up will be number 2, back to the classics, which everybody seems to like. Everybody likes the classics. But I don't care what season, I don't care which season you guys vote. It does not matter to me. I have fun with every season. And I learn about every season as well. I've learned more about about every season I played that when you guys choose it. 1961, 1985, 1988. So, from the classics, and that is number 2. So, this season is out. So, from the classic era, this season is removed, and it is, well, baseball with the demos doesn't have to worry. For 1975 would have been removed anyway. So, baseball with the demos, the 75 season is out. It is all yours. And even if it was picked, even if 75 was one of the last 2, it would not have made it. I would have taken the loser of the best of 7. So 75 is out. What do you mean rigged? You already got the 1975 season going on there, Brian B. Baseball with the demos was doing 75. What are you talking about? Don't give me no rigged. Next pack will be from the legendaries. From the legendary year. From the legendary season. So let's see what we got. This is coming out. That is number 2. This season is out. Coming out for the night from the legendary era. The season is 1966 is gone. So that was, I believe, Sandy Koufax. I believe that was his last year, wasn't it? Sandy Koufax's last season. Sandy Koufax, that was his last year, 1966. Next pack will be once again from the legendary era. Tom Foley is the new Bill Swift. I'm surprised Steeler fan may give you the Block Dragon for that. Baseball with the demos. You know Bill Swift is Steeler fans' favorite player of all time. You know that, right? I don't think you want to mention Bill Swift. Only Steeler fan can mention the great Bill No-Hitter Swift. He loves Bill Swift tremendously. Remember, Steeler fan loves Bill Swift. Steeler fan might give us both the block dragon. We have 6 here. Let's see which ones of the now there's baseball with the demos his favorite player, Floyd Rayford. That's his favorite player. And that is a 2. So, coming out of the legendary era from the 50s and 60s, being eliminated is 1967 is gone. No Boston Red Sox. Oh, what a great year for the Red Sox. No Red Sox, no Tigers and Cardinals. Oh, 1967 is gone. As Beatles, and of course, Steeler fan gives me the block dragon. No Impossible Dream as 67 goes by the board. Now we go back to the contemporary era with a 4. Constantly shuffling. I cannot see through these cards. I have no idea which cards are being chosen, and if I could see through them, I would redo the card. Because I don't want to know either. Number 6, this season is gone. So coming out of the contemporary years will be, 2021. This season's gone. So no 21 year, the year after COVID. And this season still wasn't too bad. So the 2021 season will now make its exit, as it is now gone. Next, once again from the contemporary era, staying with the later years. And coming out is number 2. So this season is removed from the contemporary years. And let's see what we get here. Coming out of the contemporary will be, no 2013. So the 2013 season leaves, which I believe was what, a Cardinals winning, was the Cardinals winning the World Series that year? Was that another Red Sox? I think the Red Sox won it that year, didn't they? 2013. Geez, my memory is so bad. This is May. My birthday is in 2.5 weeks. So as I said, the first thing that goes is your mind. But I probably never had mine anyway. Next up, once again back to the contemporary years. So right now the D4 is staying with the Boston beats St. Louis. Exactly. Okay, thank you. I know that would be one of ID Jester's favorite years. Well, not really, since the Cardinals lost. So once again, we're staying with the contemporary era. We're down to 6. And let's see which it is. And it's going to be number 3. So this season is now out of the contemporary era. And it will be 2015. So no New York Mets or Kansas City Royals for the 2015 season, though this season now goes by the board. And we're down to only 6 seasons left in the contemporary era. Now we go back to the classic era. Yep, the 2015 Pittsburgh Pirates. And they're off to a great start this year in 2023. So we have 6 seasons for here. So let's see. And it is number 3. So being eliminated from the classic years of 70 to 89, the season leaving is 1983. Tom Seaver returns to the Mets in 1983. The Mets were horrible that year, but the 83 season goes away. No Dale Murphy MVP, yes. Next, we go back to the modern era, 1990 to 2009. So what is removed from the modern era? Number 6. This season is out. So coming out of the modern era will be, well, 1992 is gone now. So that takes care of 1992. That season will leave us. 1992 goes by the boards. Back once again to the modern era. We'll stay with it. We will stay with the modern era. And let's see what's next. And that is a 1. So coming out of the modern era, we've already lost 92. Coming out next will be 2009 is now gone. So we now say goodbye to the 2009 season. This season is out. Next up, back to the classics. So far we're moving pretty well here, like we usually do in this show. So coming out of the classic era is number 6. So this season is gone out of the classic era. So let's see what we have out of the classics. And we're being eliminated will be 1980 is now gone. So there goes the 1980 season. And that season is gone. I believe that was another Phillies season for Clockerots. I believe that was one of the better Phillies seasons for 1980 as the Philadelphia. I think they won that series in 1980. Yeah, that hurts. I knew Clockerots would not like that season going. Next up, back to the legendaries. Back to the legends. So, coming out of the legendary era, number 6. This season is removed. So let's see what's coming out of the legends. And the season being removed is, 1969. My birth year is eliminated. No Miracle Mets. So the 69 year is gone once again. So no 1969 is gone. Next one comes from the modern era. And we're only down now to 6 seasons left in the modern era. And number 2, this season is gone. So coming out of the modern era being eliminated is, well, the 2000 season is gone. 2000 has been chosen a number of times for a vote. I think it got twice. It got voted by it. Got a chance to get it. But nobody picked the 2000 season, so no Subway Series. No Subway Series. And for those of you wondering, by the way, here is how the last few votes went for the season selection shows. 2000 actually was on the 3rd and the 4th. We'll keep that there. As you can see, which seasons were available at the time and were not didn't get the votes necessary. So we'll keep that there. Why not? Should have put that there as well. Okay, coming out of the contemporary era. The contemporary era is now down to only 6 seasons left. Number 6. This season is out of the contemporary era, and it is 2010. This season is eliminated from the elimination. 2010 was actually survived to the top 4 in the 6th selection show, but nobody, and it was pretty close actually between 2016 and 1988. But 1988 won it out, but not by many votes. It was pretty close that year. That's that show. Next up, back to the modern. Back to the modern era as we see which seasons will be. And I think we're down to 5. We are down to 5 seasons left in the modern era. Coming out will be number 2. The number 2 season is hereby eliminated. And it will be, Brian B. will not like this one. There goes the Nasty Boys. 1990 is eliminated. So there goes the 1990 season as Brian B. No Nasty Boys. Although after further review with Steve Tower was doing the 1990 playoffs, but no 1990 season to be done on the network, at least not this time around. We then go to the next one, and it is number 4. We go back to the contemporaries. You know they wouldn't have made the playoffs using FastScore. Yeah, the Reds would have finished in dead last. FastScore, for some reason, does not like the Reds. Don't like the Mets either, even though they made the playoffs. We are down to 5 seasons left in the contemporary era. And that is a 3. This season's removed. We're getting closer to the final 2 in the contemporary. And coming out will be, no trash cans for Steeler fan. The 2017 season is removed. No trash cans and no buzzers for Steeler fan. Nothing there for the Astros as the trash can season is removed. Next up, back to 3, we go back to the modern era. We're down to only 4 left. And now I'll roll the D4. And it will be number 1. So coming out of the modern era, the next season will be 2007 is now removed. So this season is gone. So nothing out. So the 2007 season is eliminated. No Cleveland streak either. Yep. So we're only down to 3 seasons left now in the modern era. And now we go back to the classics, to the classic era. So down to the classic era. And now we still got plenty of seasons left in the classics. So we got 3, so we got plenty here. So let's see what season's removed. And that is number 5. This season is out. And coming out of the classic era will be, that takes care of me. The 1986 season is out. Although Baseball with the Demos just did this one last year, but no amazing Mets for me. The 1986 season goes by the boards. No amazing Mets. So no miracle Mets or amazing Mets. So no soup for me. And I know if Cards and Dice TV, Tony Porter goes ahead and sees this review show, I'm pretty sure he will not be happy with the way this is going on. Next to be out will be the contemporary era. And there are only 4 seasons left in the contemporary era. And it will be this season removed. So going ahead and coming out of this season for the contemporary era will be ID Jester's favorite season, 2011, the year the Cardinals went ahead and did it. So 2011 season is gone. So no St. Louis Cardinals for ID Jester. He will not be happy. Running down here in the air, let's see what's next. Next is once again the modern era. So this will be the final season to be eliminated from the modern era until everybody else is out. So 3 now, and I'll roll a d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that is a 1. So this season is removed from the modern era. So not making it to the end will be 1995, the year after the strike seasons or the canceled season. So 1995 is out of there. And that goes by the board. So we're now down to 2 seasons left in the modern era, and we will hold them off until we get to 2 seasons and everybody else. So now, rigged. So we will now avoid the 3 and just roll a 1, 2, or 4, and that is a 1. So the next season will come out of the Legends era. So we'll see what Legend season we have to choose from. And it will be number 5. So this season is out. So being removed from the legendary choice will be 1958 is gone. I believe that was actually a pretty good year for baseball in 1958. So that season is out of here. So 1958 leaves. Got 36. I got 37 viewers. Come on, guys. Get me to 40. I don't think I ever had 40 in this show. Next up will be number 3. We pass it. Number 1, we go back to the Legends. For misspelling rigged. So we go back to the Legends. All right. Back to the Legends. We're down to 6 in the Legends era. And number 6 is gone. This season is out. So we will go ahead and see what comes out. So being released from the Legends era is, oh, no lovable losers. The 1962 season is gone. Oh, no lovable losers. No 40-win Mets. They would have been fun to play, I think. 1962 is gone. And a great year between a good World Series between the Yankees and the Giants. So no season there, no season in 1962. No lovable losers. Next, we go back to the classic years. No Marvelous Marv. Exactly. How would 62 Mets have done in FastScore? You know what? I'll bet they would have made the playoffs. I bet the 62 Mets would have made the playoffs. Because it would have been, because it's 10 teams in each league, and I would have done the top 5 in each league. I bet you the Mets would have gone in as a 5 seed in the National League. We have 6 here for the classics. Classic era, number 2 was removed. So being removed from the classics era will be, oh, well, there goes my last chance for the Mets. 1973 is gone. So no National League East winning Mets as they lose to the Athletics that year. 1973 is out of there. So no 73. Continuing on. We go to the 3, we avoid it. Still avoiding it. Now we'll go back to the classics. So the classic era once again comes up. Only 7 seasons left in the classic era. Number 4, this season is removed. So coming out of the classic era will be, well, we don't have to worry about going a year back either. 1987 is gone. So we're playing 1988. The 1987 season is gone, which would have been fun to see if we'd gone 1 year back to see if the Mets, after winning the 86 title, could have seen if they maybe could have done a little better than that. So the 1987 season is out of there. We are down to 6 seasons left in the classics. Still doing 1, 2, or 4. And we'll go back to the classics again. Reshuffling. So we've got, once again, 6 seasons, but left in the classic era. And that is number 3. This season is out. So let's see what season this is. Being removed from the classic era will be 1982. Replay Baseball just released the 1982 season for replay, according to Kirk Berglund and some other, and he actually purchased a copy of the 82 season. So that's now available from Replay Baseball, but we're not playing it on Inside Pitch Baseball. 1982 is gone. Darn, another no Dale Murphy MVP. Only thing worse than the 88 Phillies are the 87 Phillies. All right. So we still have 3 left. And now we go back to the legends. We go back to the legendary era. Now we're down to 5. We'll avoid the 6. And we get a 5. So this season is out of the legendary era. So being removed from the legends will be 1957 is gone. So 57 leaves here. That season is gone. So no 1957, which I believe only leaves, I think there's only I think we're almost down to a few left. So 57 is gone. Only 4 seasons left in the Legends era. 3 we void. 3 we still avoid. And that is a 1. So once again, we go back to the Legends era. New to the selection show. Do you pick the Mets no matter the year? No, I do not. I'm a Mets fan, but no, I do not. No, this is a season replay there, Dylan M. And by the way, welcome aboard. Once again, 4 seasons now from the Legends. We now roll a D4. Which season will be removed? Number 3. This season is out. So we'll see what happens. So now there are only 3 seasons from the Legends. Being removed will be 1963 is gone. A good Koufax year. A very good Koufax year for 1963. When Koufax was owning Major League Baseball by then. The left arm of God. Now we're down still. Let's see what we have. So that is a 1, and now we're down to only 3 seasons left. The 3 seasons left here in the legendary era. So now we'll roll a D6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is a 4. This season is out. These 2 are still alive for the best of 7 face-off, and being removed from the Legend era is, well, I know Texags is not going to like it, but 1956 is gone, and that was the last of the 50s years. 1956 is out of there. 1956 was chosen in the second selection show, but did not quite get there. So there will be no 1950s. So now we're down to 2 in the Legends and 2 in the Modern. Now we have to make sure we get these down to 2 each. So a D6, 1 to 3, 4 to 6. 6. We'll go back to the contemporary years. And there's only 3 left in the contemporary season. So once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which season will go ahead and be removed from the contemporary? It will be number 2, this one, or at 1 to 2. So this season is out, and the season to be removed will be 2014 is gone. So no San Francisco Giants and Kansas City Royals in the 2014 year. So this season is now removed. Only down to 2 seasons left. So now we stay with the classics until these seasons are removed. And there are 5 left. So let's see what we have. First off is number 5. This season is out. So coming out of the classic years will be 1978 is gone. So that takes care of the 78 Yankees, which actually was my favorite Yankee team. So the 1978 Yankees and the Dodgers and the Royals, good year, 1978. That season buys the farm. And we'll reshuffle again. We're down to 4. Rolling a D4. And it's number 4. This season is now gone. And coming out of the classic era. And nope, I hate to say this. I don't know if Chuck Rawlings is in the chat, but he is not going to be happy. Gone from the classic year, 1984. No Tigers. No Detroit Tigers for 1984. That season is now out of there, which now leaves only 3. I know Chuck Rawlings probably just barfed. Blech. So no Detroit Tigers for 1984. Larry Harris joins us here. Way late, but that's okay. What have you missed? Quite a bit of elimination. We are down to 3 now from the classic years. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which season will be removed from the classic year? It will be number 3. It'll be the middle season. And I knew Chuck Rawlings would barf in that one. So this season is out from the classics. So being removed from the classic year will be baseball with the Demos' favorite, 1977 is gone. So 1977 is now gone. Another great Yankee year with the Yankees and the Dodgers. And yes, I did like the 77 Yankees. So we are now down to 8 seasons available. It is now time for the face-off. It is now time for the face-off. So now we get to see which season will be, one season will be eliminated and one season will be available for vote. So the first one we're gonna do is gonna be the modern era. So we got 2 seasons here from the modern era. Dang it. So, what it is, we roll dice until one season wins 4 over 3. This will be red, this will be blue. Ties are re-rolled. Red wins the first roll. Red wins the second roll. Red wins the third roll. Blue wins the 4th roll. Blue wins the second roll, the 5th roll. Blue wins the 5th roll. Holy cow, so it's now 1 for all the marbles. And it is blue. Red at a 3-pawn lead. Blue wins 4 straight. So the red season is out. So being eliminated from the modern era will be 1998, the year of the hitter. This season is out, so your first choice from the modern era will be 2008. The 2008 season is available for vote. And let me take a look at that one real quick here as I take a look and see. So we go to the 2008 season, and 2008, that was the year the Philadelphia Phillies won the championship. The Rays, the White Sox, the Angels, the Dodgers, the Cubs, the Phillies, the Red Sox had a good year. The Yankees, the Blue Jays, the Twins, the Mets had a good year. The Marlins were pretty good. The Brewers were decent. The Astros and Cardinals and the Diamondbacks. The 2008 season is available for vote. So the 2008 season is available for vote. Now, let's see what joins it. And we'll take from the classic year. So once again, now we'll switch it up. Blue, red. We'll switch it up now. So which season will join the 2008 year for vote? And that's a good season to play. So let's find out. First roll, red. Second roll, red. Third roll, blue. Fourth roll, blue. Sixth roll, red. Seventh roll, blue. Once again, it's one for all the marbles. And it is blue, so blue wins again. So this season will be voted on. So being eliminated from the classic year will be 1970. So the 70 season is gone, which means the season you get to vote on from the classic year, and this is a good one, 1971. The 1971 season becomes available for vote. And a good year for 1971. The Pittsburgh Pirates and the Baltimore Orioles in the World Series. That year, you had the Orioles, you had the Athletics, you had the Giants, the Cardinals, the Dodgers, the Cubs, the Mets, the Tigers, the Red Sox, the Yankees were still pretty good. The Royals, good season there, 1971. The 1971 season will be available for vote, as yes, the All-Star game was at Tiger Stadium in 1971. Now the next pack will be it'll be the contemporary. So the contemporary seasons now are gone ahead and switched up. And we will now find out and see red, blue. Everyone has gone down to the final roll. Roll number 1, blue. Roll number 2, tie. Re-roll. Red, tie. Tie again. Red, blue, red, and red. So blue will not get it. Red will win it 4-2. So being removed from the contemporary era will be 2018. So no Red Sox years winning the World Series in 2018. So your choice from the contemporary era will be Cubs win! Cubs win! The 2016 year is once again available. And that is the second straight year the 2016 season becomes available for vote. The 2016 season barely beat 1988 in the 6th season show 2016 gets another chance. Got to run off to the fictional land of baseball. You got it there. So 2016 is available. Now our final from the Legends era. So which season will now join them from the Legends era? Let's find out. Blue, red. Let's see what we get. And that one is red. Red. Tie. Blue. Red. And red. So red will beat blue. So the blue season is eliminated. So coming out of the Legends era, this season is gone, and it is 1964 is out of there. So 1964 is eliminated, which means your choice for the Legends era is 1965. Another great Koufax year. Holy cow, what a selection we got. There you have it. There are your seasons for you to vote on for the next Inside Pitch replay. 1965, 1971, 2008, and 2016. There's some really solid choices here. All of them are good. I don't know what to do. Do we take Koufax? Do you go with the Pirates and the Orioles? Do you go with the Cubs winning it? Do you go with a big Phillies season in 2008? I'll tell you right now, this is going to be some vote. I can barely wait to see who pulls this one out of its ass. This is going to be a very tough choice. So I can only imagine what season we got. We have 65, 71, 08, and 16 available. So once again, you may vote in the comment section of this video. Okay? Please, just the year. Don't tell me a story. Not that I'm not interested. I just want the year. It's a lot easier for me to go through everything. Just the year, and if I go ahead and mark it with a heart, you know I've accepted the vote. Again, don't ask me who's leading. I will not know. The voting goes on until the beginning of the season review and reveal show. And that, of course, is the day after the World Series is completed. So another season selection show is done. And 1965, 71, 08, and 16. 08 was available. 2008 was available in the second season selection show. Everybody else, however, it's their first chance here at a vote. And we got some tough choices here. I don't know what you guys are going to decide, but you guys need to make a vote. And you go ahead, you put it in the comment section of this video. Please put it in. I know you do not have to show your ID to vote, Mr. Harris. So, that's your choices here, guys. The seventh Inside Pitch season selection show comes to an end. But the 1988 season is almost over. There will be no baseball tomorrow night. The 1988 World Series begins Wednesday at Yankee Stadium. The Montreal Expos will take on the New York Yankees. Can the Yankees win another 80s type of World Series? Or will the Expos win their first championship? It will be Dennis Martinez for the Expos, and Al Leiter goes for the Yankees at Yankee Stadium. What will happen as we begin the World Series? 1988 World Series, Expos, Yankees, Martinez and Leiter, Wednesday night, game 1. Be there or be square. There's too many of you guys in the chat, so I know who all you guys are. I want to thank all of you for joining me tonight for the season selection show. And I know you guys can't wait for the 8th season selection show, which will probably occur sometime in late October or early November when we get to that season done. So please leave a like on the way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. And make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart. Stay strong, and we'll see you guys Wednesday night for Game 1 of the 1988 World Series. 1965, 1971, 2008, and 2016. Those are your choices. Get out there and vote. We'll see you Wednesday.